I got one thing to announce. I get the feeling that people do not really want to read long as fuck posts like this on Tumblr. I am going to fix that. I am going to be working on readings of the Cancer Chaser blog and post them on YouTube so people who don't really care about reading essays can listen to the situation as well. Because we really need to expose Cancer Chaser and let tons of people know how much inhumane scumbag Cancer Chaser truly is.
I've been dealing with an abusive local creeper, and I need to come out with this story now. Rather than identifying his real name, I gave him the name Cancer Chaser for legal reasons. This master post is an abridged recollection that gets to the point. Each of the 9 chapters and the intro have links that go into depth of what happened in their respective posts. All of this story is real and non-fiction. Introduction to me and Cancer Chaser, my perpetrator. Caucasian adult man. Near quadragenarian age. He is older than me. Not only older than me, but also older than my eldest sibling. Chapter 1. Cancer Chaser reached out to me before us to become friends, or at least that is what I thought at the time. We bond for a few months. It was early 2016. I was coming home from Quick Check with a large coffee. The man known here as Cancer Chaser came up to me and started to talk to me. He talked to me about how he saw me in the post office before and we started having a conversation from there. Chapter 2. Cancer Chaser reveals that we are in a relationship after months of never telling me outright about it. Then he became abusive to me when I politely suggest him a smartphone. A few days later I saw him and apologized to him for hurting his feelings. He told me that it is okay that he had thick skin. Keep this in mind for what is soon coming. Chapter 3. After we reconciled, he would later lash out at me in public and claim that I was laughing at his feelings. He also asked for money from me after I asked if there was anything I could do for him. No, I just have not run into you in a while. I usually see you walking around. Chapter 4. I made the mistake of giving him another chance, only for him to get jealous of treating a closer friend with less anxiety. I still make the mistake of accepting him anyway. I would eventually learn how costly that mistake was. Who am I? Count Dracula? Chapter 5. I started doing many favors for him. He often asked if he could send me pictures from his phone to his email. When I ask him for favors, he never is in the mood, and when he does do one favor, he left halfway through it. He then harasses me through email. You have some nerve treating me like that and leaving that voicemail. I wasn't a friend to you? I didn't listen to you rant and rave every time you wanted to kill yourself? Remember when you threw yourself onto my living room floor, screaming like a little bitch? Remember that? You are an ungrateful person and you don't deserve my time. Chapter 6. After the last falling out, he calls me with another number and uses manipulation to coax me to unblocking his number. Another mistake I regret doing. As of today I will never unblock people anymore after I blocked unless there is an exceptional reason for it. And if it's because the other person is sorry, then that will never be valid. And CC's intrusive actions are why I am being more adamant. He literally made me have to bear more security like that. Chapter 7. Cancer Chaser gets in the way of my job. He demands that I take time that was already booked in advance for my job to come see him and puts the pressure on me by asking if I don't like him anymore. This was the final straw. I had enough of his heinous attitude and cut him off for good. So you don't like me anymore? Is that it? Chapter 8. Cancer Chaser sends me harassment I never wanted. After a phone repair and transfer, he calls me right after to give me hateful abusive harassment. Some time later he sent me an email telling me how much he never appreciated anything I ever did for him while claiming to be a good friend. I end the chapter with a question to ask if he was truly a good friend or not. I'm going to call the authorities if this garbage continues. I was a good friend to you, but you were not to me. Chapter 9. My final thoughts on this situation. Congratulations to Cancer Chaser. He has acted so horrendous that every other offender that I had to deal with this decade can walk with their heads held high as they didn't conduct themselves in such putrid selfishness. His terrible behavior convinces people to hate everything pertaining to homosexuality to the point of 1860s bigotry. This man is better off shunned from any LGBT community. People may think he represents the worst of chubby chasers, but I call him a travesty upon the human race who just happens to fetishize overweight men. He has hurt too many people and should be ashamed for it.
But wait. There's more.
CancerChaser's newest harassing email. He thinks I am subscribed to his YouTube channel and makes the same threats as before. Stop subscribing to me on YouTube, you nasty, fat-ass whale. You are a deranged stalker.
CancerChaser is a disgraceful blight to the lesbian, bi, gay, trans, queer community. This man deserves to be excommunicated from the movement. His actions are scummy and intrusive. He deserves to be exposed for what he did.